Arena. So now I would request Ms. Florence, FAO representative in Pakistan, to come on stage and sit on your designated seat. That is next to Mr. Jiva. Thank you. So our next speaker would be First Secretary, Political and Public Affairs, High Commission of Canada, Ms. Amanda de Sedelier. Kindly welcome her.
Good morning, and thank you for having us. Her Excellency Wendy Gilmore sends her sincere regrets and is disappointed to be missing such an important event. She is currently actually in Balochistan, where climate change is indeed a growing emergency, especially impacting women and girls, especially considering this summer's heat waves and water shortages. Talking about how to practically combat climate change while also mitigating the risks and adapting to a new reality while having this keen awareness of the gender implications are certainly topics that are near and dear to our Canadian values and an area of mutual interest between Canada and Pakistan. So on behalf of the Canadian High Commission, congratulations to launching a national climate change gender action plan that's based on a consultative process. A practical plan that's informed by community voices is indeed a model to be celebrated. This is a great achievement and an urgent need. 2022 is a critical year for climate action. Countries must come forward with higher levels of ambition for reducing emissions, and it's also the year that many of us are celebrating the 75th anniversary of our relationships. Canada and Pakistan are celebrating that 75th anniversary of bilateral relations, and we've been having lots of conversations with our Pakistani colleagues on what that means. And we've agreed that combating climate change is a core theme that our relationship needs to keep advancing together. Canada has a strong history of supporting environmental climate change programs here in Pakistan, mainly with communities through our Canada Fund for Local Initiatives. You may also notice that there's a few Canadian companies providing alternative energy through wind and solar power here in Pakistan. Advancing the take-up of these alternatives are crucial in both Canada and Pakistan. So something I wanted to highlight today as we talk about action plans and how plans need to be implemented and take on those activities are some of those amazing professional and passionate civil society organizations in Pakistan who are indeed already at the forefront of spreading community climate awareness and finding ways to practically advance the environmental protection, managing waste, and establishing responsible tourism models. Partnering with communities in Chitral and GB has been a key area of focus for Canada. We've actually ourselves seen firsthand how the changing climate here in Pakistan over the last few years, especially as we've been traveling for our winter sports program. Each year we've been visiting communities to participate in their winter festivals, and we've seen how winters have become dramatically unpredictable, and we've seen the glaciers melt. In these areas we've been watching the recent stories too of summer flooding and landslides. And this is where partners like AKRSP and the Mountain and Glacier Protection Organization are supporting communities by building irrigation systems, rehabilitating land, and contributing to food security. For the last few years, we've been listening intently to the youth of Pakistan, who are demanding a voice and action. Last year, our partner CARE brought forth youth from across the country to speak and lead on these issues. And this year, the Booney Environmental Academy will be holding their first regional youth climate summit. Their model of inspiring youth to learn about and take climate action through sports and art is highly effective, and we know will lead to change. As a core theme presented today, women and girls are always the most impacted by the negative impacts of climate change. And so partnering with organizations like POTA is important to us. POTA is working to amplify the voices of Pakistani rural women for climate change solutions. They'll be working this year across Balochistan, Sindh, GB to set up rainwater harvesting, to understand heat patterns and to track them and to set up early warning systems. And as today's action plan points out, women's voices and leadership need to be at the forefront of a successful action plan to address climate change, and there are already many women at the forefront. Our partnership with Charmaine Obeid-Chinois Soch Films this past year highlighted many of these female voices through a series of documentaries and a children's book on Pakistan's climate heroes, which, thanks to the help and support of Minister Iman, are being made available across the country in schools to inspire Pakistan's youth. So today we celebrate the launch of the Climate Change Gender Action Plan, and we look forward to seeing the change it brings. Congratulations and good luck. Pakistan, Canada, and the world need these plans to be implemented and to work. We're in this together. Thank you.